Sri Muralidhar Swamiji, by the Parama Kripa of Madhuri Sakhi Sameda Premika Varada Thakurji, by the grace of Punnu Guruvayurappan, we are really blessed to have satsang. Narayanyam is a subject, with 1036 shlokas, and there are many teachers who will teach shlokas and teach meaning. And Narayanyam has been here in this earth more than 500 years. And many bhaktas have benefited from Sriman Narayanyam. Our satsanga, by the grace of Guruji, it is a comprehensive satsanga where we learn Narayanyam, the shloka, no doubt, but we also try to enjoy the meaning with Bhagavatam. And also, as we are learning Bhagavatam and Sundarakandam and Narayanyam, we try to get lessons from all the subjects each week. And so this class is not like others, because we are getting more deeper and want to enjoy more the meaning and the chanting of the shlokas. So chapter 19 is the story of Prachetas. We have seen in chapter 18, 17 was story of Dhruva, and Dhruva's descendant is Prithu Chakravarti, and then Prithu's great grandson is Prachetas. Their story we are going to read. But yesterday we saw beautiful shloka in Bhagavata Mahatmyam. As we said, Yat phalam nasti tapasa na yogi na samadhina tat phalam labate samyak kaloke shava kirtanat. We left with this shloka yesterday's class, right? This is Bhagavata Mahatmya. Yat phalam nasti tapasa. What is not attained by tapas? Na yoge na samadhina. So much yoga and so much controlling the body, external and internal organs. They do yoga, but still not possible to attain Bhagavan so easily. Even though people attain by yoga marga in other yugas, right now in Kali Yuga, it is possible to attain the grace of Bhagavan by Keshava Kirtanat, by the singing of Hari Kirtan. Tatphalam Lavate Samyak, very fast, immediately and fully. Kalau in the Kali Yuga, Keshava Kirtanat, by singing the glories of Bhagavan. The Kirtan ka Mahima is Adbhuta. So the Kirtan Mahima is Adbhuta. So we are going to, in Kali Yuga, the easy way is to sing and hear and chant and call Bhagavan by his name. Hare, Hare Namaityuchaihi. Call him loudly. And so when we call the name of Bhagavan, the whole place gets purified. And little jivas, like the insects, like the birds, or as we are walking, whatever other jiva jantus are there, all of them get purified by hearing the divine name. So we have to say without shyness, we have to say and sing loudly. As we are going to see next month, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Jayanti is going to come. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the great saint who brought the greatness of Harinama, Mahamantra Kirtan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would be immersed in Prema Bhav, and he would be wandering in the forest, and in deep Viraha Bhava he would be crying, and his body will be so hot like Viraha Agni he would be feeling, and he would be walking in the forest. His Shishyas will try to stop him and control him, but he was in such Prema Bhava that he would not know what he is doing. And so there is a beautiful Kirtan. Let us enjoy the Mahima of Kirtan in this. देखो देखो जा रहे गौर सुंदर झारखंड वन के पथ पर देखो जा रहे गौर सुंदर झारखंड वन के पथ पर जैसे जलती कोई मशाल, विरही वियोग से वो बिहार, कंदन करते श्री कृष्ण हेतु, कब हो जाते मन अचेत, कब हो मूर्छा में गिर जाते, कब हो जड़ जैसे हो जाते. You would become jada like that. The body will not have any sensation. You would be unconscious, moorcha, and his mind would be somewhere in another dimension. The shishas would not be able to control him and bring back to normal plane. He would be in the viraha bhava and singing like this, and then, but what was the effect of that singing? Tum kahaan, then he would be singing Krishna, Krishna, where are you? Krishna, where are you? Krishna. He would be singing like this and say, तुम कहाँ छिपे हो राधावर, झारखंड वन के पथ पर, तुम कहाँ छिपे हो राधावर, झारखंड वन के पथ पर. He's calling Krishna, Krishna and calling. Then what happened? There was a what are the effect on the creatures in the forest? Those are described. रो रो कर नाद कने वन में, ओंकार करे उस निर्जन में, अति विकल वेदना ले मन में, आंसू की वर्षा नैनन में, गिरते पड़ते ठोकर तन में, लग जाती मन में. आओ 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 ये व्रज नागरे, झारखंड बन के, आओ आओ ये Gauर Sundar Gaur Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is beautiful golden complexion, and he is immersed in prema bhava. He's like wanted to incarnate. Bhagavan wanted to experience the viraha bhava of Radhe, so he took avatara to feel the prema of Radhe. And so, in this form, he's behaving like how Radhe was in Krishna Avatara. So, he's singing like in an unconscious state, in a deep state. Then, what happened on the way? There is a lion right in the path where Mahaprabhu is walking. There's a big lion sitting right on the right in front of him, blocking the way. मग बीच सो रहा सिंह एक, जाने का रास्ता बीच चेक, सेक ने बड़े प्रभु को रोका, सेवक ने बड़े प्रभु को रोका, आगे खतरे से ठोका, खींच लिया तन का जो वस्त्र, खींच लिया तन का जो वस्त्र, प्रभु रुके न चलते वो वस्त्र. The saver is talking, God, Prabhu, over there. The light open, open, and like do not. The saver is trying to stop it and is pulling the dupatta of Mahaprabhu and pulling. खींच लिया तन का जो वस्त्र, प्रभु तुके न चलते वो वस्त्र. Prabhu is not stopping. He's keeping on going. Then Prabhu सिंह ऊपर झारखंड वन के पद, का पद पड़ा सिंह के ऊपर. The feet of Bhagavan, Mahaprabhu, went right on the lion's mouth. प्रभु का पद पड़ा सिंह ऊपर झारखंड वन के. A ferocious animal like a lion which has so much rajogun and hatred and anger in it, it became melted. Its heart melted with love, and it also started singing Krishna Nama. So this is the power of what a man would do sadhana for many births and still not attain Bhagavan, that a lion, just by the touch of a Mahan's, touch, it became purified and attained Krishna Bhakti. So that is the power of Kirtan, and this is the Marga in Kali Yuga. This is the Marga of Kirtan. So we are studying Narayanyam, which is Bhagavata Dharma. Any dharma, in Kali Yuga, it should be approved by Vedas. Whatever path we follow to attain Bhagavan, it should be approved by Vedas. It should have come from the Vedas. Number two, great acharyas, great saints should have talked about that subject, and they have also walked on that in that path. Great saints should have walked in that path. That is the second thing. And then we should have seen number three, many people who have followed that path have attained Bhagavan. That is number three. And then number four, many people are now also following that path. So these four things are needed to follow a spiritual marga. And so this is the Bhagavata Dharma, which Narayanyam and Bhagavatam and Harinama Kirtanam is Kathashravanam. All this is Bhagavata Dharma. So that is the wonderful Bhagavata Dharma we are studying in that only, in that Marga only. We are now learning Narayanyam, and here we have seen the beautiful story of Dhruva, and we saw Prithu Avatara. Now we are coming to the next descendant. Chapter number 19. Very beautiful shlokas, and we are going to see the story of Pracetasa Kathanu Varnanam. Sri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Prithostu Napta Pritudharma Karmataha. Prachina Barhir Yuvatau Shatadrutau. Pracetaso Nama Sucheta Sasutan. Aji Janatvat Karunam Puraniva. Prithostu Napta Pritudharma Karmataha. Prachina Barhir Yuvatau Shatadrutau. Pracetaso Nama Sucheta Sasutan. Aji Janatvat Karunam Puraniva. The great grandson of Prithu, he is Prachetas. So Prachina Barhis, and then their son is Prachetas. Prachina Barhis is the great grandson of Prithu, and he was a karmata. He's doing so much karma. Like we say yesterday, we saw Jnana Marga, Karma Marga, and then Bhakti Marga. Like that, doing so much yaga again and again, doing so much karma to have good things on this earth and also heavenly pleasure. Like that, Prachina Barhis is a karmata, doing lot of Vedic yaga yajnas. So his Prithu Dharma Karma, that's why he's called Karmataha. Prithu Dharma Karmataha Prachina Barhir Yuvatam Shatadrudau. Prachina Barhis is the name because he did so much yaga. He spread darba grass over the entire earth in the east-west direction. Darba grass. He spread in the entire earth, and so from Prachina Fulla, he spread the Garbha grass, which is Prachina is turned towards the east, and Barhis is the another name for Darba. So his name became Prachina Barhis. And then Prachina Barhir Yuvatau Shatadrutau. He married Shatadruti, and they had 10 sons called Prachetas. Very sharp and intelligent. That is the meaning for Prachetas. Nalla sharp chittam. Very intelligent. Prachetas. So they were collectively called as Prachetas. Pracetaso Nama Suchetas Sudan. Aji Janatvat Karunam Puraniva. They are looking so radiant and like they are blessings of Bhagavan. Like that they are looking. So, Niradasya Shasanade. Bhavat-tapasya viradadashapite Payodnidim Paschimamethya tattade Sarovaram Sandadrishir Manoharam Pitusri Sriksha Niratasya Shasanade भवत्तपस्याभिरदादशापिते पयोनिधिं पश्चिममेत्य तत्तटे सरोवरं सन्ददृशिर्मनोहरम् शासनादे. So this is the beginning of creation. So Bhagavan's command is to Brahmaji to create, and then Brahmaji created various beings, and then he created Swayambhuva Manu, and Swayambhuva Manu's Vamsha is all we are studying now. Uttanapada, Priyavrata, and then their son Dhruva, like that we are studying. So they are all engaged in creation. They have to fill the earth with creation, and they have to fill the earth with people. That type of creation, not one family member getting married. It's not like that. They have to create so much. Creation has to expand like that. So they take responsibility for everybody they create. So before creation, they do tapas. Before doing any activity, we should invoke God's grace. Now they are going to do God's work. So before doing that work, they first do tapas. So they all go to Bhavat Tapasya Abhirada Dashapite. They go to a holy spot where in the southwestern sea in Kerala. There they go, the beautiful Indian Ocean. Near there is a lake. So this is the place in Guruvayur. In Guruvayur, there is a Narayana Saras. In that, there only the Prachetas have done their tapas. So they select that holy spot, and that it's so divine with beautiful lotuses, beautiful birds, beautiful animals, and very scenic place. And it is so perfect for doing dhyana of Bhagavan. So they select that spot and they start doing, they are about to do meditation. Sarovaram Sandadrishir Manoharam. They see a beautiful lake near that sea. Then Tada Bhavat Tirthamidam, Tada Bhavat Tirthamidam. It is your Tirtha, your na Guruvayurappan. Your in Guruvayur, that holy lake is there, Narayana Saras. There only the Parachetas have done tapas. Tada Bhavatirtam idam. Idam means here. Bhattadri is writing Narayaniam in Guruvayur. So he's saying idam. Here only this Tirtha is there, Guruvayurappa. There only the Prachetas did tapas. Tada Bhavatirtam idam samagado. भवो भवत्सेवकदर्शनादृतः प्रकाशमासाद्य पुरप्रचेतसा उपादिशत् भक्ततमस्तवस्तवम् तदा भवतीर्थमिदं समागतो भवो भवत्सेवकदर्शनादृतः प्रकाशमासाद्य पुरप्रचेतसा उपादिशत् भक्ततमस्तवस्तवम्. Spot in Guruvayur. And then right there, who is coming? Your greatest devotee, Lord Shiva. They met. Bhavo Bhavat Sevakadarshanadridaha. Lord Shiva is the greatest devotee of Narayana. And so when Lord Shiva quietly blesses us, when we are doing Bhagavatam, who is hearing Lord Shiva, he always comes and blesses us. And Poondanam, Bhakta Poondanam used to read Bhagavatam in Guruvayur temple in Kerala in another temple, and who used to listen every day. Lord Shiva and Parvati would come and hear Poondanam chant Bhagavatam. So Lord Shiva loves the devotees of Narayana. So when he realized Prachetas are great devotees who are born with the prasad of Guruvayurappan, who are born with Anugraha of Guruvayurappan, and so Lord Shiva comes to bless Prachetas. Bhavo Bhavatsevakardarshanadridah Prakashamasadya Pura Prachetasa Upadishat Bhaktatama. Bhaktatama, the very supreme, superior Bhakta is Lord Shiva. Bhaktatama, greatest, good, better, best, best. And the best devotee is Lord Shiva. Bhaktatama. That Bhagavan Narayana node best Bhakta Shiva, he came to bless Prachetas Bhaktatamas Stavam, and he taught them Stavam, a very beautiful hymn, very beautiful stotram called Rudra Gita. And in Bhagavatam, it's a very vast portion called Rudra Gita. And so Bhagavan Lord Shiva only taught Prachedas the mantra, the Rudra Gita, and the form of Bhagavan. How they should meditate the dhyana and how they should chant. Both he taught them and he blessed them. So, what was the teaching of Lord Shiva? Let us see just 2-3 shlokas from Rudra Gita. Bhagavan Rudra is first saying, Swadharmanishta Shatajanma Bhipuman Virinchatamedi Tataparam Himam. To attain Brahmaloka, one should do Shata Janma, 100 births without any papa, without no sin. And living with doing the Swadharma, if a person lives like this for 100 births, he will attain Brahmaloka. So, Swadharmanishta Shatajanma Bhipuman Virinchatamedi Tataparam Himam. So, 100 births, no sin, no papam. Okay? Then they will attain Brahmaloka. But even more than that, they need to attain my world, Shiva is telling. They need to attain me, Lord Shiva is telling, my loka, they need to have even more tapas, even more good punya, more than even 100 births, then only they'll attain my loka. But avyakridam bhagavadoda vaishnavam padam yadaham vibhuda kalatyaye. But the devotees of Narayana, when Lord is pleased, immediately attain Vaikuntha loka. How blessed are they? How did Narayana Bhattadri attain Guruvayurappan? By writing Narayanyam. How did Poondanam attain Guruvayurappan in this very form? Poondanam went to Guruvayurappan. How did Tukaram Maharaj attain Guruvayurappan? How did all the saints? They immediately, the devotees of Narayana, they immediately attain him at the end of this birth. They don't need to do punya for 100 janma to attain Brahmaloka and after that. No, here only. Just by doing Katha Shravana, Kirtana again and again, Bhagavatam, Narayanyam like this, the devotees attain Bhagavan. So who is telling? Lord Shiva is telling. Swadharmanishta Shadajanma Bhipuman Virincha Tamedi Tata Param Himam Avyakridam Bhagavadoda Vaishnavam Padam Yadaham Vibhuda Kalatyaye. Even Devas, they do not attain Bhagavan so easily, but the bhaktas of Narayana attain him so easily. Like this, then our Rudra says a beautiful shloka, Jitam ta atmavidhurya swastaye swastirastu me bhavataradhasaradham sarvasma atmane namaha. Like this, very beautiful shlokas he is teaching about 40-50 shlokas are there. Then the very powerful one shloka is Chanardhenapi tulaye na swargam na punarbhavam bhagavat sangi sangasya martyanam kimutashishaha. This is the takeaway for us. Chanardhenapi tulaye na swargam na punarbhavam. Lord Shiva is telling, even attaining the heaven or even attaining the liberation, I do not care for those. More than these two, attaining a sangha of a true devotee, even for a second, is better than attaining heaven or even attaining liberation. Attaining sangha of a Mahan for Kshanadena Pitulaye, na Swargam na Punarbhav Urit Kataksham Purum. We all run for darshan to ashram. Why? One darshan, one glance is enough. The whole rest of the year will be peaceful. We all feel that. We know that, right? Just one kataksha. Like that, Chanardena Pitulaye, na Swargam na Punarbhavam Bhagavat Sangi Sangasya. Martyanam kimutashishaha. 2 seconds of darshan of a saint is better than even getting heaven. Is better than even getting moksha. Who is saying? Lord Shiva. He is saying, Adanagangre kirti tirtayoho antarbahisnana vidutapapmana bhuteshu anukrosha susatvashilina syat sangamo anugraha eshanastava. Because the The Maha, they are like a ball of auspiciousness. They are a ball of divine radiance. And the air which they breathe, if you just get that air, you immediately feel bliss. Like that, that is the Sangha, the power of Sangha. So Lord Shiva is saying, Chanardenapi tulaye. ஒரு second satsang kadakirdu, it is better than even attaining heaven. So this satsanga is so precious. So Lord Shiva taught them the mantra, the Rudra Gita, and then he taught how to do dhyana of Guruvayurappan. How beautiful is the form of Bhagavan. He described that. And like this, he blessed Pracheda so much. And then, Savan Japandas Tamami Jalandare, he told them, chant this mantra, but do not share with others. Go to a place where nobody is there. So they went to under the water. They went right under the lake and the deep in under the waters, all 10 of them. They did this mantra japa for 100 divine years. No, for 10,000 divine years. Savan japanda samami jalandare bhavandamase vishadayudam samaha bhavat sukha swada rasat amishviyan babuva kalo dhruvavanna shigrata. Savan japandastamami jalandare bhavandamase vishatayutam samaha bhavat sukha swada rasat amishviyan babuva kalo dhruvavanna shigrata. Prachetas, they meditated under the water for 10,000 years. They were immersed in the anandam, just that doing the japa itself brought so much ananda. They are not even in a hurry to get darshan of Bhagavan. Our Dhruva went to get darshan of Bhagavan. He said, I want a status more than my grandfather. I want to attain that high state which no one has attained before. He went as an ambitious person to get something, and so he did tapas, right? That's how he started. So within 5 months, Bhagavan came, gave darshan. But here, Prachetas, even the very act of doing the tapas is giving them ananda. They are not in a hurry. They are immersed in the ananda. Bhavat sukha swada rasad amishviyan babuva kalo dhruvavanna shigrata. For Dhruva, the result came in 5 months. But for Prachedas, 10,000 years it took. Then, after that, Bhagavan is pleased. Suppose in as we study these stories, we see every bhakta is different. Every experience of every bhakta is different, right? No two bhakta will have same type of experience. There's so much variety. Prahlada is different, Dhruva is different, Gajendra is different, Kunti Mata is different, Bhishmacharya is different, Gopis are different, Arjuna is different, Yudhishthira is different. Everybody has their own way, their own, journey. They have their own karma to go through, and the way they get benefit is different for each one. So, like that, the Prachetas, after doing 10,000 years of tapas, Bhagavan is pleased with them. Tapo biresham atimatra vardhibihi sayatnya himsa niratopi pavitaha pita pitesham grihayada narada pradarshidhatma bhavatatmadamyayau. Tapo biresham atimatra vardhibihi sayatnya himsa niratopi pavitaha पितापि तेषां गृहयादनारद प्रदर्शिदात्मा भवदात्मदाम्ययौ. Their father got purified. Prachina Bargis, their father, he got purified by the tapas of the children. So our tapas, our punya can pass on downwards to children, or it can pass upwards to our elders also. Everybody in the family is getting benefited. When we attend satsang, not one person, but the whole family gets benefited by one person coming to satsang. One Prahlada was enough to purify the entire kula, isn't it? Like that, the tapas done by Prachetas purified their father Prachina Barihis. Why he had to be purified? Because he did so much yaga and he had done so many animal sacrifices. It seems And so Narada Muni came and advised him to stop all the karma and now pursue dhyana and attain Bhagavan. So Narada Muni came and told him, Pita Pitesham Grihayada Narada Pradarshidhatma Bhavatatma Damyayo. Narada gave him Jnana Upadesha. When Bhagavan Mahans know when our time is come to stop work and do dhyana, like that, the saints will guide us. So when Narada Muni said, Prachinabari is enough, you have done lot of karma, now it is time to do Atma Vichara and attain Jnana. So Narada Muni gives Puranjanopakyana Upadesha. That is in Bhagavatam, very vast 3 chapters are there, Puranjanopakyana. So he, Bhattadri, just condensed and said, Pradarshidhatma Bhavadatma Damyayo Pita Pitesham Grihayada Narada Pradarshidhatma Bhavadatma Damyayo. So Narada Muni blessed Prachina Barhisi attained moksha. Then here Bhagavan appears before Prachetas Kripa Balenaiva Pura Prachetasam Prakashamaga Padakendra Vahanaha Viraji Chakradi Varayudam Shubhi Bhujabhirashtavirudanchitadyutihi कृपाबलेनैव पुरप्रचेतसां प्रकाशमागा पदगेन्द्रवाहनः विराजिचक्रादिवरायुधांशुभिः भुजाभिरष्टाभिरुदञ्चितद्युतिः. Kripa, he appeared. Not because they did 10,000 years of sadhana. Bhagavan Swatantran. He will come when he wishes to come, right? He may come in 5 days, or he may come in 5 months, or he may come in 10,000 years. Like I told the story that day, how 2 people are doing tapas, and one is, both are doing tapas for a long time, and Bhagavan never appeared. Then Narada Muni came, both are asking Narada, see, we have been doing tapas entire life and so many years have passed. Is Bhagavan going to give darshan? Narada says, okay, let me ask Bhagavan. So he goes to Narayana and says, are you going to give darshan to those 2 people? Bhagavan says, see, those tree under which they are sitting and doing tapas, see how many leaves are in that tree? That the counted number of leaves, that many years it will take for me to give darshan. Imagine how many leaves will be in the tree. 1 lakh years maybe. So Bhagavan says, after that many years it will take for me to give darshan to these 2. Then Narada came and told them, he said, this is what Bhagavan said, it will take another 100,000 years for you. Then one of them said, Are, that's it? And he completely lost all hope and he felt dejected and he stopped. But the other is jumping. Yeah, wonderful. I'm assured of a darshan, isn't it? I'm so happy. And so when he said, I'm going to get darshan, that is assured. Doesn't matter 1 lakh years, I'll do it. The moment he said like that 1 lakh year, Bhagavan made it immediate, 1 minute. And he immediately came and gave darshan. Bhagavan can play with his Maya like this, right? Suddenly 1,000 can become 1 minute. Bhagavan can play with his Maya like that. Aganit Gatina Patiyasi. Maya can do, what? It can make a mole into a mountain. It can make a rich man into a pauper. It can make a simple person into a beautiful kalakar. Talented person. Like this, Maya can play. That's Bhagavan's Maya. So he immediately, Bhagavan, when the Bhakta had faith, said, I'll do it. Bhagavan is going to come, I'll do it. And then Bhagavan immediately came. Like that, he's Swatantran. When he comes, Bhagavan comes, it's because of his kripa. Not because of the count. Not because of the number of time I spent, but his kripa. Adnala, very important for bhaktas, we rely on kripa of Bhagavan. We do not rely on our effort alone, we rely on his kripa. So That's why Bhattadri again and again he says Kripa Tarangam, Kripa Taranga Pada Paripata Madhyame. Another Dashaka he would say. So here, Kripa Balenaiva Pura Prachetasam Prakashamaga Padagendra Vahanaha. Beautiful Bhagavan, who is so radiant. Like we say, Chanardenapi Tulay, one chana of Sangha of Mahan, like that. One jhalak of Guruvayurappan is enough. The entire sorrow we have faced for millions of births, all that has been stored in the chitta, everything is removed in a flash. When suddenly we see the beautiful radiant face of Bhagavan. Even in a dream, if you see, we will have that effect. So imagine the real Bhagavan coming and standing and giving darshan. Prakashamaga Padagendra Vahanaha. In his beautiful Garuda, he is seated on the Garuda and having the Ashtabhuja with all the divine weapons, wearing the beautiful Pitambara with the beautiful Mandahasa to bless the devotee. Viraji Chakradivara Yudam Shubhi Bhujabir Ashtabir Udanchita Dyudhi. The whole place became full of divine effulgence. And then the Prachetas are wondering, and the tears are rolling their eyes, and they did not even realize so much time has passed, and they fall at the feet of Bhagavan and they do Dandavat Pranam, and even without asking, Bhagavan blessed them with countless boons. Prachetasam tavat ayachatamapi Tvameva karunya bharat varanada. Karunya bharat varanada. No matter how low I am, how much sin I have committed, does not matter to Guru Ayappan. He only sees me as good child. That is why we should not be afraid. Bhagavan loves me no matter what. I've done what all he doesn't care. He doesn't keep books. He only loves us. So he has Tvameva Karunya Bharat Varanadaha Bhavat Vichintapi Shivaya Dehina Bhavat Vasau Rudranutischa Kamada Pracetatam Thavat Ayachataamapi Tvameva Karunya Bharat Varanadaha Bhavat Vichintapi Shivaya Dehina Bhavat Vasau Rudranutischa Kamada. So Bhagavan came and he blessed them. Prachetasam tavadayachatamapi. How about? Prachetasam tavadayachatamapi. Tvamev karunya bharadvaradaga. Bhavaddi chinda vishivaya dehinam. Bhavat saurudranudicchagamara. Infinite compassion. Bhavat vichintapi Shivaya Dehina. Why? Because Lord Shiva has already blessed them. Shiva is the Guru in this case. Pracetasodu Guru, Mahadeva himself. So when they are blessed by the Guru, then darshan is assured. And so by Guru is pleased, Bhagavan is pleased. And so Bhagavan came and blessed them. And Bhagavan said, you are all going to enter the Grihastha right? They are going to get married and have progeny and children and get caught in samsara. They will be worried, right? So many are casualties of Maya. And so they are also worried. Then Bhagavan says, do not worry. You are also going to get enter Grihastha but since you are my bhaktas, you will not get moham. You will not be infatuated and you will not have a fall because I have blessed you. Otherwise, this Grihastha is very difficult. Here only we are going round and round in circles. We have already become Indras before in another birth. We have already become great top musicians or top, journalists or top government officials. We have done all that. But all those things we attained did not stay with us. They leave us. Then what is to be attained? Bhagavan. We have not attained that yet. And so the intelligent person will strive to attain that which he has not attained yet. And that is what? Bhagavan. And so all our effort should be put for attaining Bhagavan in this birth. So the Bhagavan is blessing them. Griheshva vishatam chapi pumsam kushala karmanam madvataya tayamana na bandhaya griham mataha. You will not be bound in the grihastha by my grace. Navya, because I will be resting in your hearts always. Navyavat hridaye yatno brahmaitad brahmavadibihi na muhyanti na shochanti na krishyanti yato gataha. How should a grihastha live? Doing his duty and then hearing katha and again doing worship of Sri Hari. If a person lives like that, Bhagavan lives in his heart and he will protect the grihastha from falling into the delusion of Maya. So, na muhyanti, na shochanti, na krishyanti yato gataha. That grihastha will not have sorrow or delusion or deep grief. Bhagavan will save him from all that. So Bhagavan blessed Prachedas like this, and then he's sending them to become grihasthas. So prachetasam tavadayachataamapi tvameva karunya bharatvaranada bhavatpi chintapi shivaya dehina bhavatvasau rudranudishcha kamada. Bhagavan is telling them, avapya kandam tanayamahiruham तयारमध्वं दशलक्षवत्सरीं सुतोस्तु दक्षो ननु तत्क्षणाक्षमा प्रयास्यते दीन्यगदो मुदैवतान् अवाप्य कान्तां तनयामहीरुहां तयारमध्वं दशलक्षवत्सरीं सुतोस्तु दक्षो ननु तत्क्षणाक्षमा प्रयास्यते न्यगदो मुदैवतान् हीरुहाम् अवाप्य कान्तां. You will get the Tanaya Mahiruham, the daughter of the trees will be your wife. Avapyakantam Tanaya Mahiruham. So the trees na ipadi the Brindavanam the trees, the tree deity. The tree deities are their daughter will be your wife. Bhagavan is blessing them. Taya Ramadvam Dashalakshavatsariim. You will enjoy with her for a number of years and you will be living in this earth for a number of years with great fame and prosperity. You will rule for a long time. Then you will have a son named Daksha, and after that you will attain me. Like this, Bhagavan blessed Prachedas. Sutostu daksho nanu takchanachama prayasya dedi nyagadu mudaivatan. So Bhagavan blessed them, and then what does it mean, daughter of trees? Like we would wonder, right? So there was a sage called Kandu Maharishi, and he was doing intense tapas. When many rishis do tapas and want to attain higher regions, but when they do tapas, Indra always gets jealous and tries to block them because he is afraid of his status. So Indra, he sent an apsara to distract the rishi, and it worked. So one day as the rishi is doing tapas, a beautiful apsara comes and he forgot everything. And this is how Kamadeva attacks. Even great rishis are not spared, imagine, right? And so the rishi forgot everything and he started living with her. For 900 years he lived with her, but he thought it was only a moment. The time passed like that fast. Then they had a daughter. And then finally the rishi realized his mistake. Then now again he goes back to tapas, but the daughter is abandoned by the parents. And then the tree deity, they take this daughter and they raise her. So that is the story of that. So sudostu daksho nanu takchanachama prayasya dedi nyagadu mudaivatan tadascha de mudalarodhinastarun kruda dahando druhine navaridaha. द्रुमैषदत्तां तनयाम् अवाप्यतां त्वदुक्तकालं सुखिनोभिरेमिरे ततश्च दे भूदलरोधिनस्तरून् कृदा दहन्तो द्रुहिणेन वारिदाः Drumaishadatam Tanayam Avapyatam Twadukta Kalam Sukhino Bhire Mire. When Bhagavan blessed them and Bhagavan disappeared, then the Prachedas came out of the water. Then they see the entire earth is covered by trees. They have grown uncontrollably and they are even touching the skies. The whole place has become a forest. Prachina Barhis had left and there was no king to control the land and rule the land properly, and the trees have grown uncontrollably. Everything is just a forest now. And so the Prachetas with their tapas shakti, they blow air and agni and try to clear the land, and they destroy many trees and to make space. And so many trees are getting destroyed. At that time, Brahmaji comes and stops them, and then Brahmaji brings the daughter of the trees, and so they marry. So, Drumaishadatam Tanayam Avapyatam Twadukta Kalam Sugino Bire Mire. The trees are pleased, and then the tree deities gave their daughter, and then the Prachedas, they married her, and they lived for many thousands of years. And then they had a son called Daksha again. He is the reincarnation of the other Daksha, it seems. Avapya Daksham cha sutam kritadvaraha प्रथेतसो नारदलब्धया दिया अवापुरानन्दपदं तदाविदः त्वमीश वादालयनादपाहि माम्. Now this Daksha, the progeny will spread like anything. 60,000 daughters, 20,000 sons alone he will have. So the creation will be filled up. So avapyadaksham cha sudam kritadvaraha prachetaso naradalabdhaya diya avapurananda padam tadavidah tvamisha vadalayanada pahima. Avapyadaksham cha sudam kritadvaraha प्रचेतसो नारदलब्धया धिया अवापुरानन्दपदं तदाविदः त्वमीशवादालयनाद आदिमा. Performed Brahmasatra, great yaga, and then they attained Jnana Upadesha from Narada. Pracetaso Naradalabdaya Dhiya Avapuranandapadam. Then they attained Anandapadam. They attained the divine blissful state of being with Guruvayurappan always. Avapuranandapadam tadavidah tvamisha padalayanada pahima. Sri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Hey Guruvayurappa, please cure all my ailment like this. Our Narayana Bhattadri offered canto number 19. So, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gopika Jivana Smaranam, Govinda Govinda, Sadguru Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you.